most of the women here will not be forced to work outside if they know that their man is able or responsible enough to do the thing. But being feminist is good, but being a toxic feminist is not. You know what we always say, especially for me, that yes, we women and men, we are equal in value. We are both created by God. But when it comes to like the function in the society, the function in the family, I think we are different.
And a society that is filled with so much emotions is a society that is recipe for destruction. And when men become so feminized, you then realize that things might not really be moving as it should be. And I see that to be very, very concerning, seeing that you guys are more matriarchal here. Most of the women here seem to be more hardworking than the men. And that is why you see most of them are abroad and their husbands are over here. Like if the men should step up and start carrying on their responsibilities, doing what they are supposed to do, there will be balance in the society. And if there's balance in the society, it starts from the balance from the home. Because the family is the basic unit of the society. Hello guys, this is Promise, the host of Simply Promise and You. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you have any opinions, ensure to drop them in the comment section. It promises to be informative, educative, and entertaining. Welcome, guys. You're welcome to Simply Promise and You. I remain your humble host. My name is Promise, and this is.
I am your usual and one and only co-host. I am Maria.
Okay. So, as you guys can see, it's a beautiful, brand new day. It's very sunny today, and we just want to talk about something that is very, very peculiar here in the Philippines. But if you're new to this channel, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and drop your thoughts under the comment section.
Okay. So, our topic for today has a connection with one of your observations since you got here in the Philippines. So, you were always telling me that you observed that most of the providers here are women, and that these countries, or at least this place, this province, is like matriarchal, just like what you said. And in my generation, people tend to forget already about the essence of patriarchy just because they are used to seeing women work. So we will talk about the importance of patriarchy. So you can go first.
Yeah, today everyone is bashing patriarchy. There are some people, well, you guys know them, the so-called feminists. Most of them, they're against the patriarchy. They see the patriarchy to be something that is very, very evil, and something very evil, something very, very archaic. But um, what is patriarchy? Patriarchy is a system whereby men are the ones that lead most of the efforts, or men are the ones that are mostly placed in charge of things. But here in the Philippines, yeah, politically, women are involved, but it seems like the men are more in charge. But one of the observations that I made here, babe, I've always said this, is the fact that I see it that most of the women here seem to be more hardworking than the men. And that is why you see most of them are abroad and their husbands are over here. So the more like the women are the breadwinners of the family. So I see that to be not good. It doesn't really have balance.
Okay.
Because traditionally, men are the ones that should be providing for the women. And when you try to trample the patriarchy, or when you try to like sideline men from taking or meeting up the full measure of their creation, you tend to have a society that is filled with chaos. And femininity is not something that should be prevalent in the society. Because when femininity is prevalent in the society, what happens is that people will no longer be able to think with their brains. They won't be as logical as they should. So people will not become emotionally based. And a society that is filled with so much emotions is a society that is recipe for destruction. And when men become so feminized, you then realize that things might not really be moving as it should be. And I see that to be very, very concerning, seeing that you guys are more matriarchal here.
Mhm. Okay, for me, I think that the idea of a toxic feminism is also a cycle, and every generation, I think there's people or there's a population that would agree with toxic femininity. I guess that one of the biggest factors of it is because some woman tries to like have that control, you know. And for me, femininity is good. Femininity is good. Being feminist is good, but being a toxic feminist is not. You know what we always say, especially for me, that yes, we women and men, we are equal in value. We are both created by God. But when it comes to like the function in the society, the function in the family, I think we are different. Um, for me, I guess since I'm a Filipina, I also observed just like what he said, that most women here are working, and then some of them, their husbands are like just at home, staying at home, lying down. You know, they're not doing anything, or maybe if they're doing something, maybe just light chores that a woman should do. And for me, this is my perspective. I think that if you have given a man who is very patriarchal, you should be thankful, because we women, we go through a lot already. Um, you know, being pregnant, giving birth, having menstruation, and still doing our best to show up every time for our families, especially if you're a married woman. I think that's already a lot. You adjusting from your hormonal or postpartum problems. So if you have a man that is very patriarchal and is a good provider for you and is a good leader, a good protector, but I get it if some women will say, especially if they came from a very toxic relationship with a toxic masculine, because if there's a toxic feminist, there's also a toxic masculine. But what I'm saying here is that you should also see some men who are trying their best to be a good provider, because in this generation, just like what he said, the trend now is being toxic feminist. Like, oh, we this is the sentence that I don't really like. People saying, oh, we don't need men. No, you need men. You need men, even though, let's just say, you were hurt by a man. You still need men in the future. Not necessarily the one who have hurt you, but men in general, you need them. It's also the same thing as men cannot survive us if there's no woman. So I don't think saying that, oh, we don't need men, I think it's very, very wrong.
Yeah, and I feel like part of the reasons why we have some things. See, let me just put it this: I'm not here trying to be an arbiter of perfection or morality, but I'm just trying to share with you guys what I have really experienced here. Like I said earlier, I have noticed that women are the ones that take so much charge here.
Yes.
Mind you guys, I am not in any way suggesting that women should not be given opportunity.
No, no, that's not what we say.
What I'm saying is that women should be given opportunity.
Mm.
But the most important and the most biggest role a woman should have in her life is her family.
Yeah.
And now, most of these women are now pushed away from the home and taken to the workforce. The workforce is primarily designed for men. I'll give you guys reasons why I say so. Men thrive under competition, while women thrive under their feelings. So there are certain things that men would achieve, just get done immediately, but they have to do it. They have to like make sure it is done. But women would try to like bring in the emotions, trying to like, oh,
It is the nature of a
yeah.
woman.
Most of the houses here, I keep hearing landladies. Most of the women here are the ones that are in charge, and I keep asking, why are the men in the Philippines missing? Are you guys missing? So I'm not here to bash your women or bash your men, but for me, it's very, very concerning. I feel like men should step up.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why I say step up, and if you realize that there's this epidemic
Mm.
of single mother households here a lot. I feel like if the men should step up and start carrying on their responsibilities, doing what they are supposed to do, there will be balance in the society. And if there's balance in the society, it starts from the balance from the home. Because the family is the basic unit of the society. Because men are the ones that have the capacity to train their male children.
That's true.
Because men are the ones that can instill discipline in their children. Mothers might not really do that. Because a mother, when a child falls down, a mother will feel bad. Oh, my child. But the father would like, stand up. Because men understand that we grow and thrive under pressure, under competition. So these are things that are um, very close to the patriarchy or masculinity. So people should not be demonizing patriarchy.
Also, can I just add one more thing? This last thing that I would like to add. Just like what you have said, we are not trying to like blame these hardworking women who are working right now here. I think that just like what he said, men should step up, because most of the women here will not be forced to work outside if they know that their man is able or responsible enough to do the thing. But if men are like trying to just what do you call this go with the flow and doesn't think about the future, doesn't think about serious decisions that will change their lives with their families. I think that women will really be forced to be masculine to do the deed. And yeah, I think men plays a big role in the society, and that we shouldn't belittle them. Um, it is considered that sometimes women can be, victims of something that is done by men, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you don't need men, because at the end of the day, you have your father. If you don't have your father, you have your grandfather. And if they don't exist, then you're not here right now. And yeah, I think that as men, you should have, or at least let's just say you have the responsibility to love and protect your woman, especially your children, discipline them, just like what he said. And as women, I think that we should respect and listen more to men when it comes to um, having big responsibilities and let them do their own thing for them to step up and not interfere with their responsibilities. But
Okay,
yeah,
yeah. And lastly, I will add this, please. The SDG, one of the SDGs is
gender equality.
gender. In as much as there's gender equality, to be honest with you guys, in the true sense, there's no real equality there because we are just too different. And I think one of the SDGs is like people should be given the right to have an education.
Yes.
Boys and girls should be given the opportunity to be educated. And please, nobody should try to demonize masculinity or the patriarchy. And please encourage men to embrace their masculinity and encourage women to embrace their femininity. This is where we can have balance in the society and in life. So here in the Philippines, I wish that the men can also
Yeah.
step up and take their responsibility. And for the women, honor your men and respect them. Most importantly, respect is reciprocal.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So, if you have any thoughts on this, if you disagree or agree with us, you can just comment your thoughts in the comment section. You can also like this video if you have like these types of conversation. You can also suggest topics if you want, and we will do it the best way as possible as we can. And also, please share it to your family and friends, and we'll see you on our next video.
thank you guys.